There's something uniquely terrifying about motorcycle police chases. Unlike cars, bikers can weave through traffic at impossible speeds, slip through narrow gaps, and maneuver in ways that make pursuit seem futile. But this agility comes with a deadly price. One wrong move, one miscalculation, and the rider goes from fugitive to fatality in seconds. These 7 cases represent some of the most brutal motorcycle chases ever recorded, where adrenaline, desperation, and physics collided with devastating results. At approximately 7:18 p.m. on December 26, 2022, a Georgia State Patrol trooper attempted pulling over a black Kawasaki motorcycle for a non-functioning rear tail light and a suspended license, but the rider made it immediately clear he wanted no part of that stop.
It's there out 25, coming up the Burton Road. It's gonna be a black motorcycle. I believe it's Georgia. X-ray, he's taking off on 1080. X-ray Tom Sam 8911.
The dispatcher's voice cut through the radio as the suspect swerved through traffic, putting innocent motorists at risk. No one could have predicted how suddenly and shockingly the chase would end.
Ring, he just ran in the back of a car.
Description is a 4-door gray Jeep Wrangler.
The collision was devastating. As backup officers and concerned civilians rushed to help the injured biker, the trooper tried desperately to keep him conscious by talking to him and monitoring his breathing.
Okay, you got everything? You awake? Can you hear me?
2019.
He's still awake. He's moving. Can you hear me?
But soon, a grim reality began to set in, and the trooper desperately worked to change the outcome.
Hey, buddy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Parking lot with a Acura TL, Georgia, Tango Echo Paul 0917, GP 0917, Georgia.
Despite the trooper's frantic efforts, he was unable to save the suspect. The rider was later identified as 48-year-old Stephen Wilson. Shockingly, Wilson had multiple outstanding warrants across several counties, including probation violations, contempt of court, and most notably, he had escaped from prison and been on the run from US Marshals for 6 months. On September 4th, 2023, Trooper Brandon Truan of the Arkansas State Police tried to pull over a gray sedan, but the driver took off, kicking off a very short and brutal pursuit. Engine got a gray passenger car at a high rate of speed.
Engine got a gray passenger car and went at a high rate of speed.
As the trooper accelerated to catch up with the speeding vehicle, he failed to avoid a biker who was trying to move aside to let him pass. The collision was catastrophic. The biker was later identified as 63-year-old Michael Owens, who tragically lost his life in the crash. Trooper Truan suffered minor injuries and was released from medical care the next day. On October 13, 2022, Arkansas State Police Trooper Joseph Killian tried to stop a black Kawasaki ZX motorcycle that had no license plate, but it quickly became clear that the rider had no intention of pulling over.
Go ahead and show me 1037.
As the suspect hit the throttle and ran red lights, the trooper stayed right on his tail, weaving through traffic and sharing real-time updates over the radio to coordinate with backup.
Avenue and Emerson Street. Speed 71, still northbound. Broadway, West 16th, northbound, speeds 80.
The chase continued with the suspect demonstrating reckless disregard for traffic laws and public safety.
Speed above 111.
Looks like a black male, green backpack, black helmet.
As the chase dragged on, the trooper's truck closed the gap multiple times, but the suspect remained defiant, weaving through lanes as if he had nothing to lose. Speed above 111. Looks like a black male, green backpack, black helmet. Copy coming.
Copy coming, Elevon leaving.
Just as the trooper was about to corner the suspect, everything shifted in an instant. What followed was so sudden and shocking that it left everyone in disbelief.
We're westbound, coming up on Allen Street.
Westbound on Allen.
10-4, Allen and Chandler. We're taking Chandler Street right now. He's on foot. He crashed out.
Get on the ground! I'll shoot you. He's on fire! He's on fire! Get a extinguisher! Extinguisher! He's on fire! Put your hands behind your back!
The suspect was later identified as Christopher Gaylor. During the attempted escape, a second trooper, Austin Duncan, deployed his taser twice. On the second attempt, sparks ignited a fire that set Gaylor ablaze. Gaylor's father revealed he had been carrying a jug of gasoline in his backpack, which caught fire when the taser hit. Christopher Gaylor eventually recovered from his burns. He was given 7 years of probation, but died in a car crash a year later. On August 23, 2024, at approximately 9:30 p.m., an Arkansas state trooper observed 2 motorcycles and a Dodge Charger racing from a stoplight on Highway 112. One of the motorcycles was missing a working headlight, had no visible license plate, and its emergency lights were flashing.
It's a motorcycle. No 28. Northbound on Cold, Missouri.
A few minutes into the high-speed chase, the biker hit a dead end on a county road and turned back. That's when the trooper struck.
He's headed back to me. He just hit me.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
Okay. I'm not resisting, I promise, please. I'm pleading no, I got a plate in my back.
I don't give a shit. Shut up.
Okay,
Just keep your mouth shut, okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you're doing.
I know
You
I ain't
can't
got a
race.
license, that's why.
I don't care.
Stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty stupid. Died, man.
I wish I would have. Right?
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
brother.
Jesus loves you, man.
Nah,
We
nigga,
love you.
I'd rather
Hey,
be
love you
right
too,
now,
man.
brother. I'd
Hey,
rather-
love yourself. Just shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up, man.
I know.
As the suspect melted down in panic, the troopers and officers on the scene worked to assess the situation, and that's when they made a startling discovery.
Please, I don't care about
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Is that your gun?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Was it registered to you?
It's not registered because I bought it used and I hadn't registered it.
The suspect was later identified as 19-year-old Tucker Collins. He sustained only a minor shoulder injury from the crash. This suspect thought he could flee the Arkansas State Police on a motorcycle, but he was in for a rude awakening. On April 1st, 2024, 30-year-old Blake McDaniel was spotted driving well above the speed limit on US Highway 167. Deputy Brian Hightower tried to pull him over, but McDaniel took off instead of stopping. Next thing you know, the officers tried to box him in, leading to an impressive save from the biker.
Operation's doing good right now, Sheriff. I got P-42 behind me. P-42 going in past me. Radio Tower Road, you're cut off. Y'all terminate at that road. Dispatch, we just passed Radio Tower Road. 40 to airport, I'm behind the bike. 40 degrees trying to block it. Okay, whoever's going, go. I need one of those 3 units to cancel. We're not going to leave the county uncovered. I'm in the ditch. In the ditch.
As the suspect miraculously stayed on the bike, the pursuit continued. Determined to stop him, the cop tried to push the suspect off-road once again, but no luck this time either.
42, correct. 32, are you coming back to the county? 101, we've been advised to terminate. Okay.
However, third time's the charm, and the next attempt to stop the biker would be the last.
P-43 is still off with it. I'm trying to get back up with him, sir. Show units if you're back on the road at that point Concord terminal. Do you have a tag on it? It doesn't have a tag, sir. Alright, if you're in Cleveland County, cancel, because that school's fixing to get out. It's not worth it. P-43, 1022.
He wrecked out.
Okay, he just wrecked out. We're going to be here at Cooper Road.
McDaniel was cleared of major injuries at a local medical center before being taken to jail. But as crazy as that was, this next person took one wild decision and now has 12 charges to his name. A Massachusetts state trooper on patrol spotted a biker riding erratically on an interstate. The bike was missing a plate, so the trooper followed quietly without flashing his emergency lights, waiting for the perfect moment.
I'll make the flip at 129, that's you. Station IQ, Vice 15, Alpha, I'm going to be late for roll call for the fireworks. That's right, so what's the 600?
Thankfully, the officer was not harmed, but the incident didn't end there. 2 days later, the biker was identified as 19-year-old Colin James Webb. He was arrested and now faces a whopping 12 charges, including assault and battery on a police officer, assault with a dangerous weapon, and speeding. You are about to see what's arguably the most iconic bike pursuit ever caught on helmet cam, a heart-pounding chase through narrow Brazilian streets that took place in 2017. Unfortunately, there's not much information about why the officer was so desperate to catch the perp, but we do know the officer was part of ROCAM, and ROCAM is a motorcycle unit of the São Paulo military police in Brazil, often sent after suspects in serious crimes. Regular police would struggle with congested streets and narrow alleys and lose the suspect in no time, but Rocam never does. The perp seemed to start picking up on the fact that it wasn't going to be easy to shake this tail off, so he started using progressively more impressive and dangerous tricks. The suspect dove into a tight urban alley thinking there's no way the cop could catch up, but he didn't realize that Rocam officers undergo specialized motorcycle training every 15 days, so it was going to take much more than that to escape. As the pursuer and the pursued endangered the safety of yet another passerby, a question naturally came to mind. Is catching him really worth it? Maybe it would be wiser to let him go in the name of protecting innocent bystanders. Well, the Rocam officer could call off the chase at any moment if it got too risky for the public, but it was clear he wasn't going to do so. The perp almost lost control of his bike while making a sharp turn and brushing a parked car with his arm, but he managed to recover and keep going. It was becoming clear he was getting more and more nervous and didn't know where to lead the officer to lose him, so he just kept going in circles. However, that didn't mean he'd run out of tricks in his bag. This pursuit was spectacular and full of unexpected twists, but the most surprising part was how it ended. Whether he ran out of gas or his bike broke down after riding up a set of stairs, the suspect simply stopped in his tracks, allowing the cop to finally arrest him. These 7 motorcycle chases demonstrate a universal truth. Running from police on 2 wheels is a gamble with the highest possible stakes. Some riders survive with minor injuries and lengthy prison sentences. Others don't survive at all. The thrill of escape lasts seconds. The consequences last lifetimes, or end them entirely. Whether it's a fugitive with 6 months on the run, a teenager with an unregistered gun, or a suspect who literally catches fire during arrest, each case proves that the decision to flee transforms a traffic stop into a potential death sentence. The officers involved carry these pursuits with them forever, and the communities witness tragedy that could have been avoided with one simple choice: pull over.